something to edit this whole shit. Oh my god, that is a... So we're here at Anglesey circuit now. We're doing a track walk. It's quite windy. We've just started the track walk. Beautiful circuit. The weather's looking nice for now, but the forecast says it's going to rain tomorrow. How do you feel about that, Leon?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. That's my best conditions, you know. I've got my best results last year doing that, so I'm really looking forward to it. There's a brand touch in the rain, pole position, a winning race won by a few seconds, so I'm looking forward to the wet weather. That sounds good. You heard the man. We're just going to finish on the track wall now. So, I've lost track of what corner number we're at, so I'm just going to say, again, as I have been saying for the past couple of corners, we are in the next corner now. It's a bit like, what was that track I did on the sim in the Weekend Warrior series?
Was that Phillip Island?
No, before the last race of the season, Oran Park?
Oran Park.
Yeah. Oran Park, the last corner. If any of you guys know Oran Park, the last corner is an uphill left-hander. And what you told me when you were coaching me on the sim is that I just need to get on the power earlier.
Yeah, because you can get the fronts loaded. Obviously, the track's got a lot of camber, as you said. So you come into the corner. If it's dry, you can just stay tight with it. But if it's wet, you're obviously going to be running wide and just trying to cut back in late.
So here we are at the next corner, and again, I don't know what the number is of this corner. We'll put it up on the screen anyway at the end. But if I get Richie to turn around just a second, I don't know if you can see it. If you crouch down, Richie, you can see this corner is downhill. And if you look over there, I mean, from all the other corners, you can see everything. You can see the hills over there in the Irish Sea. You can see houses over there. You can see the rest of the track. You can almost see the other side of the track. It's this high up. And what it means is all this uphill that we've done all the way through this middle sector here, we've now got to go downhill. So we've got to do the opposite of what we were doing in these last sectors. And instead of braking as late as we can and get on the power as early as we can, I think we're going to be braking a lot earlier. Well, it's obvious we're going to be braking a lot earlier because we've had a lot more momentum down this hill. So it's complete opposite of everywhere else so far. It's going to be getting on the brakes a little bit earlier and getting on the power a little bit later, I think. I might be wrong. I think looking at the corner, I think maybe we might be able to go in, brake earlier, but get on the power at a similar time to as we were in the uphill corners. Because I think it's quite tight, and again the camber rises through the corner on the outside. So if you can get on the inside, if you can get a wheel. Right. That's got to go in there. That's got to go in the what bloopers. Yeah, that's what it's called. So anyway, I'll move a bit closer to Richie. So. Track walk done. Very useful. I think you'll pick up a lot of time from that tomorrow.
That is very true. So we'll be looking forward to tomorrow. We've got a four session test day.
For half an hour, 45-minute, I'm not sure, 25-minute session tomorrow. But we should get a lot of laps in because it will be cold.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of the air will be dense. There'll be a lot of oxygen in the air, which our cars are well on, obviously, because they're air cooled. So I think we should get a lot of good laps in tomorrow.
Yeah, that is very true. So see you guys tomorrow then.
See you guys tomorrow.
That was sick.
Let me sip on my tropical juice and let me smoke this tropical weed. I got the medicine flavours. Don't think that this shit comes cheap.
So now we go out for the fun bit. I believe this is practice session 2, and we go out from the paddock area to the pits. And this is how it usually is, by the way. If you've never been racing before, in Formula Vee or lower level club racing, you usually don't get garages. Like you'll see on the left there's a TCR, and it's only the fancy cars that get the garages mostly if they're limited. But on a track like Silverstone, you still can't expect lower level club cars to have garages. Anyway, we go out from the paddock area to pit exit, show the marshal a wristband that we've booked the test day, and go out for some nice 5 laps, I believe this is, around Anglesey circuit in Wales. So turn 2, banking it's called, and the name is there for a reason. Don't know if the camera shows it, not really, but when you are actually there, I mean, we showed you on the track day, Trackwalk, that it's it's got a lot of camber. So, on corner entry, you might not have as much grip, but when it dips in, the car can just bite. It's almost like carousel of the neutral IFO, but right and with a different surface. It literally, that's what it is. Now we go out to Rocket Inn up the hill, which basically ruined my whole weekend. And to talk to you guys about the weekend, about Collie 1 and Race 1 and Race 2, we had a gearbox synchro issue where the synchro was ruined. It was chipped away. The chips of the gearbox synchro was ruined due to some unfortunate issues. But what that meant was going down from 32nd, which is very crucial for Rocket Inn because it's so tight, such a tight corner. We couldn't go down from 32nd because the gearbox synchro won't actually sync up the shifts. And I'll put up a video here of how that looked. But that was very unfortunate. It just meant that every single shift from 32nd was just not possible unless your revs were like 3k, which is, if you do that, you're too slow. If you can't get the shift, you've missed the shift and you lost about 2 seconds. And the only other way to actually drive the car for the whole weekend was to keep it in third. This test day, however, was perfect. You'll see every single shift here was perfect. It was absolutely buttery smooth, as you see. Third, second, buttery smooth. So we go down into Rocket Inn and then come out of Rocket Out. And you hear the engine revving up to about 5 or 6k there. That's what you need to come out Rocket Out with. It's called Rocket Out because you need to rocket out that corner and you have to drive it really hard. But that's what we suffered with. Rocket In and Rocket Out costed us about a second a lap in actual Collie and actual Race 1 and Race 2. It still gave me some valuable experience, but it was a bit of a disappointment, and there's no one to blame really because the team couldn't have fixed it in the time given to take a whole gearbox apart. As I was saying, to take the whole gearbox apart is a very tough thing to do, especially on a racetrack. It's a 2-day job. We had 1 day between Race 2, and the amount of time it takes was just, we just thought that, okay, it is what it is, and we move on to the next one. Which is not the mindset that, anyone wants, but it's just something that we had to deal with. And it was just not possible to get that sorted out. But still kept my chin up, still finished decent, considering we didn't have second gear. And I think that's what it's all about sometimes. That's what it is. In racing, you have to take your wins when you get them, and you have to drop your losses when you get them as well. You just don't think about it, and you have to move forward, whether it is winning or losing. Anyway, we start a fresh lap here. I think this is lap 3 into turn 1. By the way, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but you'll see how my Formula Vee drives, my GAC. So the chassis that I'm driving is in British Formula Vee is called the GAC from AHS Motorsport, which is a team that I race for. And the thing about GACs is it's given to drivers in their first year, and it makes sense really because it is my debut season, isn't it? And it's always anyone who's ever won the championship before with AHS Motorsport, they've always driven a GAC before, unless they've come from a budget of, I don't know, I've not really asked, but Matt Hyde is ex-Formula Vee champion. He was Formula Vee champion in 2023, but he started out in the same car in 2022, which is the GAC, and he had some decent results. And the same with Leon Frost, who's now aiming for the title, my teammate currently. He started out in a GAC last season in 2024, and now he's aiming for the title in the Dominator chassis for 2025. But what I'm getting to is the GAC is given to drivers in the first year because it's a very understeery chassis, and it doesn't like to turn a lot, especially mid-corner, which is the most annoying understeer you can get because you can't induce it, right? You're just sitting there, sitting ducks, trying to get the car rotated, but it won't because the chassis is made like that. But it does make sense, to be fair, because if you do put a driver in a Dominator in their first year, it's almost like driving a Formula Ford, which, if you guys have driven it on the sim, or I know some people have in real life who'll watch it, maybe, it's got a very sharp front end, isn't it? So to drive a Dominator, it's almost like driving a Formula Ford with a bit less power, and so you kind of flick the steering wheel in off the Dominator into a corner and just get the front to rotate as quick as possible. Here you see me catching up to William in the number 46 car. Oh, and I've say that and I've ruined it. Now I believe you'll see Matt Harbour. There he is, Matt Harbour, who is reigning Formula Vee champion. He was Formula Vee champion in 2024. He's driving a Dominator, and you'll see it's got a lot more power as well. You'll see down the straight, I catch up to him a bit in the corner, and then he just pulls away massively. I mean, he's gone to overtake 2 cars almost on the same straight, which is, you know, good on him, good on his car, but that sucks to be me, innit? He's pulled away at least like a second or two there. As we go down into Rocketing, catching up to Will, the 46 car, catching up to him by a lot actually, with my second gear, being present on the test day. But on the actual race day, we had some good battles with Will because I did not have a second gear, and it was quite hard to keep up with him, especially without that, you know, second gear thing. I believe this might be the end of the test day, so we catch up to him and just go straight into the pits now. So yeah, very fun test day. I think the fastest lap on the test day was about an 18.7, which was decent enough. But no, the car had a lot more. I was expecting to push the car a lot more, especially in quali and race, but just wasn't possible without proper gear synchro. Anyway, now we'll be heading down into race number 2.
I feel alive on the other side, but the lights down low. I'm about this life and I get down when I'm in my zone. Entering in the rave, then you're entering in my home. If you know, then you know. Time to get to know the down low. Listen out for the balls they shake.
Really clean, really soft, quick. And don't slamp on the brakes because it will just lock the wheels up. Right, wind your brakes a little bit to the back.
That was my team boss Alan, by the way, guys. I don't know if you heard it, but he was giving us some words of wisdom and some advice as we roll up to the grid here for Anglesey, for the final time at Anglesey Circuit in 2025 for the Formula Vee 750 Motor Club Championship, as we wait for lights out. And there we go. So a decent start. I'm not in the absolute back of them because I'm just trying to take things slowly here. Just trying to take the start slow, just trying to settle in, which I know it's a race you won't do, but the reason is right there. That's the reason. A lot of risky moves in the first lap by everyone. As you just saw, that was Simon Foley, by the way, locking up into turn 2 on the inside of Ben Cressy. And I say I'm being patient, but I'm on the absolute edge of the curve here, on a fast right, chasing down William Malins. Oh, and he's been caught by a shocker. That was one Jones breaking down. He had to pull away and pull out, and Will just caught up there by a massive shock. As we come out and rocket out with, as you guys know, I've only got third gear, not a second gear, so there you go. So Will's just gone by it like it's nothing. Like he's in a Ferrari and I'm in a Honda Civic, but I try to defend it. But yeah, I think I overtook him in that short distance, so that was quite nice. As I chased down Ben Cressy for turn 1 on a fast left, trying to get some heat into the tyres, just trying to work, just trying to settle in really here, what I'm trying to do with that gear synchro issue and my mind being all over the place, which it shouldn't be. I was throwing my nose down the inside, trying to put some pressure on Ben Cressy. And hopefully that has worked out. As we see, he's pulled away now, but I'm still in his draft, so let's see what happens here. Maybe can be a move, even though it's way far off. I've tried the inside and it's not worked for me. That was stupid. That was absolutely stupid of me. I had to almost take his gearbox out. With my nose almost touching inches away from the rear of his car. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah, there we go. So that's William again. I think it's the number 46 car, who just always catches me in Rocket Town because I don't have that second gear. And I think that's every single car. It's like they're in a Ferrari there, and I'm in a Honda Civic there, and they just pull away and in 6,000 RPM while I'm stuck in 4,000 or 3,000. As we go through turn 1 again for the third time. Now coming into banking, staying with Ben Cressy, who is in P9 at the moment, I think. I'll try to put some pressure on him by just putting my nose there, trying to annoy him a bit. Maybe it can work out for me here, coming into rocketing. I've got late in the race, I've overtaken Ben Cressy. That was a good move. I don't know what I'm trying to do. I've tried to go on the outside for some reason in 3,000 RPM with a broken synchro, and Ben Cressy passes me again. So this is the thing. Even if I pass someone in rocketing, they're always going to get me out in rocket out because I just don't have the revs and I just don't have the power coming out that corner. Oh my god, and that was a massive slide with Ben Cressy. But he's managed to regain his momentum. Now, I am in P11, I believe. Ben Cressy in P10. The number 76 car ahead of him is in P9. It's Simon Foley ahead of that in P8. And Richard Walsh in P7. Oh, but I think all his positions are one position up because Warren Jones had an issue, and he's, I don't know if you guys can see on the left side there, that's Warren Jones parked, but I keep it on the inside. I think I would. Oh my god! Wow! On the grass there, that was a shocker for me. I think I was trying to defend it from William on the inside of Rocketing, and oh, there we go. That's the hand of shame. You know it's over when the hand of shame comes out, and you just there. like a naughty and angry little 5-year-old boy throwing the tantrum around. But I guess it is frustrating. I think anyone in that situation would be frustrated, and it's not just me. Hopefully you guys agree with me. Let me know in the comments as I throw it in the inside of number 72 car into turn 1. Now I'm chasing down William, who has gained the position from me, and I'm trying to gain it back. Trying to look for some redemption in this draft now. Can I make it happen? Rocket in. Oh, a bit of a check up there. He's going really slow there. You know, maybe that's all this car has got. Maybe he's got a lot of understeer in this car, so it doesn't turn a lot. As I get the draft, look to the outside of Rocket in. Side by side with William, and I've made it. I've done it, and I enter Rocket in on the inside, and hopefully, even though I'm in 3,000 RPM, he doesn't catch me again, and he hasn't. And that's the first time in 4 laps where I've hit that apex, sort of, because my driving's not the best. So I've sort of hit that apex because no one's on the inside of me there for the first time in 4 laps since the start of the race. As we are now trying to get back to the pack of Ben Cressy, Simon Furley and Richard Walsh, but I think it's just very hard to do, and again because oh yeah, so this is, just keep watching. If you watch the video till here, I think you really want to watch this, because this is a very interesting bit, and this is what I've been leading you guys up to so far in the video. As I drift out to the grass, massive oversteer snap, obviously because I'm in the grass, but the Williams just passed me, and I'm looking at his car, and I've completely missed my braking marker, and I've locked the tyres out, and I've completely missed the corner, like a proper amateur that I am. I've gone onto the grass. Yeah, I think that was the highlight of this video, and I think I was very close to bogging down there. With number 72 car now catching me back again. So I'm going to now stop the video here, because I think that was the highlight of this video, and I don't think anything interesting or exciting happens later on in this race. It's just kind of like Suzuka 2025, the Formula 1 race, where everyone just stays in their position. But if you guys have watched so far, I truly appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if you have, and if you would like to watch the full onboard till the end of the race, it's going to be on my channel, so make sure you hit a like, subscribe to my channel so you're notified of future videos, and yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.